My name is Johnston, and I'm an assistant professor in the area of technology and education at the School of Education in Trinity College, Dublin. So I'm delighted to join this Link and Learn seminar this afternoon to present our Erasmus Plus funded project entitled Teacher Digital Content Creation Competencies, or TD3C for short. So just to give you a brief structure and overview of this brief presentation, I'm going to address the following in my input. First of all, I'm going to share some of the project details, including the type and the duration of the project. I'm going to follow that by saying a little bit about the context and the significance of the project, including the need or the gap that we see it as addressing. I'm going to follow that by sharing the project objectives, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the consortium, including the partners, and then I'm going to end by detailing some of the outputs and activities to date, as well as the next steps for the project. So just in terms of the project details, as I've already mentioned, it's been funded under the Erasmus Plus program, and the particular action type is the cooperation partnerships in school education. So cooperation partnerships are intended to enable partner organizations gain experience in international cooperation and to increase their capacities through sharing and networking. The production of high quality deliverables is also a key intention of such partnerships. The project duration is 30 months. So we commenced the project in October 2023 and we're due to end in March 2026. So we're about 12 months into the project currently. The funding is 400k lump sum funding shared across the 7 partners within the project. And this funding is managed by our national Erasmus Plus funding partner, Lergus. In terms of the structure of the project, the work is broken down across 4 work packages. So work package 1 is project management, and that's a kind of a required work package within each Erasmus Plus project. And then the other work packages reflect the various deliverables and activities and outputs across the project itself. So work package 2 is focused on framework development and iteration. Work package 3 on co-creation and piloting, and work package 4 on teacher professional learning. Just then to give you a little bit of information or detail in terms of the context and the significance of the project. Really, this project is framed by 2 kind of EU level priorities currently. The first one is in relation to the digital competence of educators. So digital competence is something that has come on the the kind of policy and discourse in the last 7 years, really, when we saw in 2017 the publication of the EU framework for digital competence of educators. So again, there's quite a lot of interest in the competencies that educators need to enable their use of digital technologies to support teaching and learning. I suppose a more recent kind of area of priority and interest is in relation to digital education content. And we've seen that reflected within the current Digital Education Action Plan, or DEEP, which is intended to run from 2021 to 27, and in the recent sort of setting up of the European Commission expert group on digital education content. We're also kind of aware that there's a kind of a practice dimension to this also, that, teachers have been creating digital content for a long time. It's something they've always been doing, but that there's been an enhanced spotlight on this via the recent experience in the pandemic. And in a way that creates even a kind of a further or a heightened expectation that teachers might have a role in the creation of their own digital education content. So I suppose taking both the policy context and the practice context together, we see this project as identifying a gap or a need in respect of identifying the competencies which are necessary to support or to enable teachers to create digital education content, and to use then the knowledge of those competencies to create a support or a scaffold to enable teachers to create their own digital education content. So following on that, from that, then the objectives of the project very much kind of reflect that kind of backdrop or context and the aspiration within the project. And you can see there's a kind of a development or a progression across the various objectives. So the objectives then, and I'll kind of paraphrase some of these for brevity. They are to identify the academic and the digital competencies that support teacher creation of digital content. Secondly, then, to generate a framework to scaffold teacher creation of digital content, informed and underpinned by the knowledge of the competencies identified. Thirdly, then, and this in a way is kind of the exciting part, to apply, iterate and evaluate this framework by working with teachers in the curriculum areas of STEAM. And then finally, then, to develop, utilise and share related teacher education resources. So those are the objectives for the project. And then in terms of the consortium then, so the project is made up of, the project consortium is made up of 7 partners from Ireland, Finland, Portugal and Italy. So we've different types of partners within the consortium, ranging from university level partners such as ourselves in TCD, and also the University of Jyväskylä in Finland. We also have our Portuguese partner, which is an educational NGO committed to and interested in education, innovation and improvement. And then in addition to those, we have a number of school partners, given the particular focus and orientation of the project. So our Irish school partner is Edmund Rice College in the Phoenix Park in Dublin. And then we have the Finnish partner school, which is from Konavesi. And we also then have school partners from Portugal and from Italy in Torres Novas and in Pisa, respectively. And just then to kind of say a word, I suppose, about the TCD partnership within this. So that's obviously comprising of Learnervate and myself from the School of Education. And I suppose prior to this particular project, I'd worked with Learnervate on a number of previous EU project submissions. And I found that working with Learnervate has been really beneficial to myself and to the project, given the complementary areas of interest and expertise in respect of digital learning. And we've also been able to leverage the experience and the expertise of Learnervate from their previous European projects, including identifying relevant partners for the project. We've also very much leveraged the expertise of Learnervate in respect of the project management dimension, which is really a key aspect of project delivery, and also in terms of supporting the research aspects of the project. So again, overall, I would say that generally being able to tap into the resources and the expertise of Learnervate has been really key to the project from all stages, from writing the application to the kickoff stages and right through to the stage we're at now in terms of running and implementing the project. So this is just to share the various partner logos, and this here is just to share a nice image from our recent in-person meeting in Finland, which took place last week. So again, meeting in person is a key aspect of what happens within the cooperation partnership projects, and those meetings are really fruitful in terms of sharing work on the project to date and agreeing next steps and priorities and so on. So as I get to the final stage of my input, I'll maybe share a little bit in terms of what we've done so far. So the first year then was really around establishing the foundations for the project. And that was mainly by a completion of a literature review, which aimed to establish the basis in literature for competencies for digital content creation. And we also undertook, as part of the initial work then, a stakeholder consultation aspect of the project, which involved engaging with teachers and also with domain experts to get their insights in relation to, number one, the competencies that they believe support teacher creation of digital content, but also to get their inputs in terms of digital content more generally, particularly in relation to what they can see what they see or consider as quality content. We utilize then the information gleaned from the literature review and from the consultation to create an initial iteration or version of the TD3C framework. So the TD3C framework is intended to be a guide which supports our scaffold teachers in digital content creation. So basically it sets out a series of steps or a process that teachers may follow to guide them in content creation. As I referenced there, we've held partner meetings already in both Italy and in Finland, and we're currently now moving on to the next stage of the project, which is really to work with the teachers in the schools to apply, iterate, and evaluate the framework which we've created. And alongside that, we're also developing and utilizing teacher education materials that we intend to share widely with interested and relevant partners when we reach the end of the project. So that's a brief overview of TD3C. I would encourage you, if you are interested in the project, please do visit our website at td3c.eu, where you'll find further information on it.